At 44, George decided to challenge for the championship title again because he had an unfinished dream in his heart. That was to reclaim the gold belt that belonged to him. He lost that belt more than 10 years ago. It was not just about honor, but a proof of his past glory. For this dream, George kept pushing himself. A year later, he stepped into the intense final fight again. This time, his opponent was the 28-year-old new champion. Moore was at the peak of his career. His past record was shocking. He won 30 out of 35 fights. His power and speed were both threatening. Against all of Moore's advantages, George had almost no chance to win. Before the fight, some media even advised him not to care too much about winning or losing. Just try to leave the ring safely. The fight finally began. Moore was indeed as strong as expected. From the start, he launched a fierce offense against George. George could only defend with all his might and fight back as much as possible. In this battle of speed and power, George was at a disadvantage. But with his resilience and fighting spirit, he held on through 9 intense rounds. By then, his stamina was nearly gone. The vision before his eyes started to blur. He saw his younger self, the self that had changed, past pride and anger, now transformed into focused strength. There was only one goal in his mind: to reclaim the honor that belonged to him. Finally, in the 10th round, George remembered what his coach had said. Boxing is not just strength, but also wisdom. He found his opponent's weakness, and without hesitation threw a heavy punch, striking the opponent's soft spot rather than below. The fight ended like that. 20 years later, at 45, George became the world heavyweight champion again. He was the oldest champion in history, reclaiming the gold belt that belonged to him. He not only fulfilled his own dream, but also achieved his coach's long-held wish. The entire arena cheered loudly for George.